spirit of my father, which I do believe is within me, begins to mutiny against this servitude.
Yonder comes my master, your brother.
Go, Parham, and thou shalt hear how he will shake me up.
Now, sir, what make you here?
Nothing, for I am not taught to make anything.
What are you then, sir?
Marry, sir, I'm helping you tomorrow, that which God made. A poor, unworthy brother of yours with idleness.
Get you in.
What? Shall I keep your hogs and eat husk to them? What prodigal portion have I spent to come to such penury?
Know you before whom, sir?
Better than he I am before knows me. You are my eldest brother. The courtesy of nations allows you for my better, in that you are the firstborn. But that same tradition takes not away my blood, were there 20 brothers betwixt them. I have as much of my father in me as you.
What, boy?
Come, elder brother, you are too young in this. What wilt thou do?
Wilt thou lay hands on me?
Villain, I am no villain. I am the youngest son of Sir Roland de Boyce. He was my father. He is thrice a villain that says such a father begot villains.
Sweet masters, be patient, for your father's remembrance be at.
You shall hear me. My father charged you in his will to give me good education. You have trained me like a peasant, obscuring and hiding from me all gentlemanlike qualities. I will no longer endure it. Therefore, allow me such exercises as may become a gentleman, or give me the poor allottery my father left me by testament. With that, I will go buy my fortunes.
And what wilt thou do? Beg when that is spent? Well, sir, get you in. I will not long be troubled with you. You shall have some part of your will. I pray you, leave me.
I will no further offend you than becomes me for my good.
Get you with him, you old dog.
Is an old dog, my reward. Most true, for I have lost my teeth in your service. God be with my old master, for he would not go to such a work.
Is it even so? Begin you to grow upon me? I will physic correctness, and yet give no 1,000 crowns neither. Hold up, there.
Oh, your worship.
Was not Charles the Duchess's wrestler here to speak with me?
So please you, he is at the door, and importunes access to you.
Call him in. 'Twill be a good way. And tomorrow the wrestler begins. Good, Monsieur Charles. What's the new news of the report?
It's no news to the court, sir, but the old news. That is, that the old Duchess is banished by her younger sister, the new Duchess.
Where will the old Duchess live?
It is said she is already in the forest of Arden, and a many married gentlewomen with her, and there they live like the old Robin Hood in England. It is said that many gentlewomen flock to her every day, and there they fleet the time carelessly as it is in the old world.
What? You wrestle tomorrow before the new Duchess.
Marry too, I said, and I have come to acquaint you with the matter, that I am given secretly to understand that your younger brother, Orlando, hath a disposition to come in disguise against me to try a foil. Your brother is but young and tender, and for your love I would be loath to foil him as I must, if he come in.
Charles, I thank thee for thy love, which thou shalt find I will most kindly requite. I'll tell thee, Charles, he is the stubbornest young fellow of France, and a villainous and secret contriver against me, his natural brother. Therefore, use thy discretion. I had his youth, thou didst break his neck as his finger. For I assure thee, Charles, and almost with tears I speak it, there is not one so young and villainous this day in the hill.
I am heartily glad I came hither to you this day. If he come in tomorrow, I shall give him his payment, and if he ever goes alone again, I shall never wrestle for prize more. God keep your worship.
Farewell, good Charles. Now will I stir this gamester. I hope I shall see an end of him. For my soul, yet I know not why, hates nothing more than he, yet is gentle, never schooled and yet learned, full of noble device, and of all sorts enchanting to be loved. And indeed, so much in the heart of the world, and especially of my own people, who best know him, that I am altogether misfired. But it shall not be so long. This wrestler shall clear away. Nothing remains but I kindle the boy thither. which now I'll go about.
Baby Rosalind, sweet my coz, be married.
Dear Celia, unless you could teach me to forget a banished mother, you must not learn me how to remember any extraordinary pleasure.
Always the dullest of the fool is the whetstone of the wits. How about it? Whither wander you?
By mine honor, I was bid to come for you.
Where learned you that, old fool?
Of a certain knight who swore by his honor they were good pancakes. And that the mustard was not. Now, I'll stand to it. The pancakes were not. And the mustard was good. And yet, was not the knight forsworn?
How prove you that in the great heaps of your knowledge?
I, Mary, now unpuzzle your wisdom.
Stand you both forth now. Stroke your chins and swear by your beards that I am a knave.
By our beards, if we had them, thou art.
By my knavery, if I had it, then I were. But if you swear by that which is not, you are not performed. No more was this knight swearing by his honor, for he never had any. Or if he had sworn away long before ever he saw those pancakes. Or that mustard.
I prithee, who that thou meanest?
The one that the Duchess Frederica, your mother, loves.
My mother's love is enough to honor him. Enough, speak no more of him.
The more pity that fools may not speak wisely, what wise men do foolishly.
By my troth, it is true. For since the little wit the fool had is silence, the little foolery of a wise man makes a great show. Here goes Monsieur Lebeau. Bonjour, Monsieur Lebeau. What's the news?
Fair princess, you have lost much good sport. So I told you of good wrestling, that you have lost the sight.
Oh, yet tell us the manner of the wrestling.
There comes an old man, his 3 sons. The eldest of the 3 wrestlers, Charles, the Duchess's wrestler, which Charles in a moment overthrew, but there's little hope of life left in him. So we serve the second, so the third.
Alas,
But what is the sport, monsieur, that the ladies have lost?
Why? This that I speak of.
Thus men grow wiser every day. This is the first time that ever I heard that such fighting was sport for ladies.
Or I promise thee.
shall we see this wrestling, cousin?
You must if you stay here, for here's a place appointed for the tournament.
How now, daughter and cousin? Have you crept hither to see the tournament?
I, my lady. So please you give us leave.
You will take little delight in it, I can tell you. There's such odds in the man. But ladies, speak with him. See if you can move him. Call him hither, Monsieur Lebeau. Do so. I'll not be by.
Monsieur, the challenger. Princess is called for you.
I attend them with all respect and duty.
Young man, have you challenged Charles the wrestler?
No, my fair lady. He is the general challenger. I come but in, as others do, to try with him the strength of my youth.
Young gentleman,
Your spirits are too bold for your years. We pray you, for your own sake, to embrace your safety and give over this attendance.
Do, young sir.
I beseech you, punish me not with your hard thoughts, wherein I confess me much guilty to deny so fair and excellent ladies anything. But let your fair eyes and gentle wishes go with me unto my trial.
The little strength that I have, I would it were with you.
Your heart's desire to be with you.
Come, where's this young gallant that is so desirous to lie with his mother earth?
Ready, sir, but his will hath in it more modest working.
You shall try but one round.
No, I warrant your grace, you shall not entreat him to the second that hath so persuaded him from the first.
You mean to mock me after? You should not have mocked me before. Come, your ways.
Now Hercules be thy speed, young man. Excellent, young man.
If I had a thunderbolt in my nine, I know who should down.
No more! How dost thou, Charles?
Cannot speak, my lady.
There is a way. What is my name, young man?
Orlando, my lady, the youngest son of Sir Roland de Boyce.
I would that thou had been the son of someone else. The world esteemed thy father to be honorable, but I still find him to be my enemy. But fare thee well. Thou art a gallant youth. I would that thou had told me of some other father.
If I were my mother, cuz, would I do this?
My parents loved Sir Roland as their soul.
Gentle cousin.
Thank him.
And encourage it. My mother's rough and envious disposition sticks me in the heart. Sir, you are well deserved.
Gentlemen, this for me? One out of suits with fortune.
Shall we go, cuz? Aye. Very well, fair gentlemen.
Can I not say, I thank you? My better parts are all thrown down, and that which here stands up is but a quintain, mere lifeless block.
He calls us back. My pride fell with my fortunes. Ask him what he would. Did you call, sir? Sir, you have rested well and overthrown more than your enemies. Very well.
What? Passion! Envy waits upon my tongue. I cannot speak to her, yet she urged conference. Oh, poor Orlando, thou art overthrown. Or else Charles or something weaker masters thee.
Good sir, I think in friendship counsel you to leave this place.
Albeit you deserve high accommodation, true applause, and love. Yet it is the Duchess's condition that she misconstrues all that she has done.
I thank thee, and prithee, tell me this. Which of the two was daughter of the Duchess that was here at the wrestling?
Neither her daughter was judged by manners, but yet indeed the smaller was her daughter. The other was daughter to the banished Duchess. and hereby detained by her usurping aunt. But I can tell you that of late this duchess hath taken displeasure against her gentle niece, grounded upon no other argument than the people praise her for her virtues and pity her for her good mother's sake. Sir, I fare you well. Hereafter in a better world than this, I shall desire more love and knowledge.
I rest much bound unto you. Fare you well. Now must I from smoke into smother, from tyrant duchess to tyrant brother. Oh, heavenly Rosaline.
How full of briars is this working day world?
They are but birds thrown upon holiday foolery.
I could shake them off my coat. These burrs are in my heart.
Come, come, wrestle with your affections.
Oh, I take the part of a better wrestler than myself.
Is it possible, on such a Sunday, that you should fall into such a strong liking with Alter Roland's youngest son?
My parents loved his father dearly. Let me love him for that. But here comes the Duchess,
With her eyes full of anger. You, mistress, dispatch you from our court with all your safest haste. Me, aunt. You, cousin. If within these 10 days you stray so near our public court as 20 miles, thou diest for it.
never so much as in a thought unborn did I offend your highness.
So do all traitors. You are your mother's daughter. There is enough.
Treason is not inherited, my lady.
Dear sovereign, hear me speak. I know her. If she be a traitor, why, so am I. She is too subtle for thee. Her smoothness, her silence, her patience. They speak to the people and they pity her for it. Firm and irrevocable is my doom which I have passed upon her. She is banished. Pronounce that sentence on me. My liege, I cannot live out of her company. You are a fool. You, niece, provide yourself. And if you outstay the time, upon my honor, and in the greatness of my word, you die. Oh, my poor Rosalind!
Whither shall we go?
To seek your mother in the forest of Arden. Alas,
What danger will it be to us, maids as we are, to travel forth so far? Beauty provoketh thieves sooner than gold.
I will put myself in poor and mean attire, and with a kind of umber, smirch my face, but like you do. So shall we pass along, and never stir soon.
Were it not better that since I am uncommon tall, I did suit me all points like a man? I'll have a swashing and a martial outside, as many other mannish cowards have, that do outface with their semblances.
But what shall I call you when thou art a man?
I'll have no worse a name than Jove's own page, and therefore look you call me Ganymede. But what will you be called?
Something with reference to my state. No longer Celia, but Eliana.
But cousin, what if we essayed to steal the clownish fool out of your mother's court?
He'll go over the wide world with me. Let's away, get our jewels and wealth together. Devise the fittest time and safest way to hide us from pursuit though we made after my plans. Now, go we in content, to liberty, and not to banishment. Can it be possible that no man saw them?
I can't hear her. Any that did see her.
My lady, the ravish clown, at whom so oft your grace was wont to laugh, is also missing. Hesperia
means to burn the lodging where you used to lie, and you within it. I overheard him in his practices. This is no place. This house is but a butchery. Abhor it. Fear it. Do not enter it.
Why, whither, Adam, wouldst thou have me go?
No matter whither, so you come not here.
What, would you have me go and beg for my food? Or with a base and boisterous sword enforce a thievish living among the common road? I will rather subject me to the malice of a diverted bloody brother.
But do not so. I have 500 crowns. The thrifty hire I saved under your hand. Take that, and he that doth the raven's speed, yea, providently caters for the sparrows, be comfort to my age. Here's the gold. All this I give you. Though I look old, yet I am strong in the rest.
Oh, good old man, how well in thee appears the constant service of the antique world. But thou art not fit for the fashion of these times, for none will sweat but for promotion. But come, thy ways, and ere we have thy youthful wages spent, we'll light upon some settled low content.
Go on, master, and I will follow you. To the last gasp of truth and loyalty. Yet fortune cannot recompense me better than to die well and not my master's dead.
my heart to disgrace my men's apparel and to cry like a woman. But I must comfort the weaker vessel, as doublet and hose ought to show itself courageous to petticoat. Therefore, courage. Good Aeon.
I pray you, bear with me. I cannot go no farther.
My part, I had rather bear with you than this.
Well, this is the forest garden.
Now had ordered, the more fly. When I was at home, I was in a better place. But travelers must be content.
Aye. Be so, good touchstone. Look you, who comes here? A young man and an old woman in solemn talk.
Oh, Corinna, that thou knewest how I do love her! I partially guess, for I have loved ere now. No, Corinna, being... Oh! Thou canst not guess. Though, in thy youth, thou wast a true lover as ever sighed upon a midnight pillow. How many actions, most ridiculous, hast thou been drawn to by thy fantasy?
Into 1,000 and I have forgotten.
Oh, that thou hast never loved so heartily. If thou rememberest not the slightest folly that love didn't ever make thee run into, that hast not loved. Oh, Phoebe, Phoebe, Phoebe.
Alas, poor shepherd, in searching of thy wound, I have by hard adventure found mine own.
And I mine. I remember when I was in love. I took 2 peas and giving them her said with winged tears, wear these for my sake. We, our true lovers, run into strange keepers. But as all is mortal in nature, so is all nature love, mortal in love.
Thou speakest wiser than thou art whereof.
Nay, I shall ne'er beware of mine own wits, till I break my shins against it.
One of you question young woman and ask if shepherd gold give us food. I almost faint to death.
Hola, you clown!
She's not thy kinsman.
Who calls?
I prithee, shepherdess, bring us where we may rest ourselves and feed. Here's a young maid, with travel much oppressed and faints for succor.
Fair sir, I pity her, but I am shepherdess to another man. Besides, his cot, his flocks and bounds of feet are now on sale, and at our rushing pot there is nothing which you will feed on. But what there is, come and see, and in my voice most welcome you shall be.
I prithee, if it stand with honesty, but buy thou the cottage, pasture, and the flock, and thou shalt have to pay for it of us.
And you will mend my wages. I like this place, and willingly go waste my time in it. Assuredly, the thing is to be sold. Go with me, and if you like pot and port, the soil, profit, and this kind of life, I
breaks your heart in thee? For my sake, be comfortable. Hold death a while at the arm's end, and I will be here with thee presently. And if I bring thee not something to eat, then I will give thee leave to die. But if thou diest before I come, then thou art a mocker of my labors. Come, I will bear thee to some shelter, and thou shalt not die for lack of dinner, nor live anything in this forest.
Why, how now, Matali? What a life is this, that your poor friends must woo your company? What? Verily, a fool, a fool. I met a fool in the forest, a motley fool. He drew a dial from his pocket, and looking on it with lackluster eye, says very wisely, "It is 10 o'clock. Thus may we see, quoth he, how the world wags. 'Tis but an hour ago since it was 9, and after 1 hour more, 'twill be 11. And so, from hour to hour, we write and write, and from hour to hour, we rot and rot. And thereby hangs a tale. When I did hear the motley fool thus more on the top, my lungs began to grow like chanticleer, that fools should be so deep contemplative. I did not his intermission, an hour by his dial. Oh, noble fool, a worthy fool, motley's the only way.
What fool is this?
Oh, worthy fool, oh, that I were a fool. I'm ambitious for a motley coat. Thou shalt have one. It is my only suit. I must have liberty with those large charters of the wind to blow on whom I please, for so fools have. And they must go for my folly, they must laugh. And why, madame, must they so? The why is as plain as the way to parish church. Vest me my motley, and give me leave to speak my mind, and I'll through and through cleanse the foul body of this infected world.
For out! Eat no more!
Why have eat none yet?
Art thou thus boldened, man, by thy distress? Or canst thou remove despiteful acts?
The thorny point of bare distress had taken from me the show of smooth civility.
What would you like? Your gentleness shall force more than your force move us to gentleness.
I merely died for truth, and let me have it.
Sit down and feed, and welcome to our take.
Speak you so gently. Pardon me, I thought all things had been savage here, and therefore put I on the countenance of stern commandment. But whate'er you are, ever you've seen better days, ever been where bells have dulled church, ever sat at any good man's feast, if ever from your eyelids didst wipe a tear and know what 'tis to pity and be pitied, then gentlest my strong enforcement will be. I blush, hide my sword.
True, is it?
But we have seen better days.
And therefore sit you down in gentleness, that to your wanting may be noted.
There was an old, poor man who had many a step, limited pure love. Till he became advice, I will not touch a bit.
Go, find him, and we will not wait till we return.
I thank you, and be blessed for your good comfort.
Thou seest, we are not all alone unhappy. This wide, universal theatre presents more woeful height than the scene wherein we play. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. And then a whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping snail unwillingly to school. And then a lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad maid, to his mistress's eyebrow. And then a soldier, full of strange oaths, invaded like a hog, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And next, a justice with bare round belly and good cape on line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The sixth stage shifts into a lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and big, manly voice. Turning again towards childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound, the lasting of all, that ends this strange, eventful history. A second childness, a mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything. Welcome. Set down your venerable beloved, and let him be.
I thank you most. Be blessed for your good company.
So had you need, I scarce can speak to make it for myself.
Welcome. Fall two. I will not trouble you to question you about your fortunes. Give us some music. And good cousin, sing.
Blow, blow, thou winter wind, thou art not so unkind as man's ingratitude. Thy tooth is not so keen, because thou art not seen, although thy breath be rude.
12 months, or turn you no more to seek a living in our territory? All thy lands, and all that thou hast thine, its worth seizure we will seize into our hands.
Oh, that your kindness knew my heart in this matter. I never loved my brother in my life.
Well, throw him out! Throw him out! Now!
Hang there, my verse, in witness of my love. Oh, Rosaline, these trees shall be my hooks, and in their barks, my thoughts all character. And every eye which in this forest looks shall see thy virtue witnessed everywhere. Run, run, Orlando, carve on every tree the fair, the chaste, and unexpressive she.
And how like you this shepherd's life, Master Touchstones?
Truly, shepherdess, in respect, it is in the fields. It pleases me well. But, in respect, it is not the court. It is tedious, as it is a spare life. Look here, it pleases my humor well, but as there is no plenty in it, it goes much against my stomach. Hast any philosophy in thee, shepherdess?
No more, but that I know that the more one sickens, the less at ease he is. And he that wants money, means, and content is without 3 good friends. That the property of rain is to wet, and fire to burn. That good pasture makes fat sheep, and that a great cause of the night is lack of the sun.
Truly, such a one is a natural philosopher! Hast ever been in court, shepherdess?
No, truly.
Then thou art cursed!
Nay, I hope!
Truly, thou art cursed like an ill-roasted egg! Oh, my one son.
For not being at court. Your reason?
Why? Thou never wast at court! Thou never sawest good manners! Thou never sawest good manners. Why? Manners must be wicked! And wickedness is a sin, and sin is a curse! Thou art in a powerless state, shepherdess!
I am a true laborer. I earn that I eat, get that I wear, owe no man hate, envy no man's happiness. Here comes young Master Ganymede, my new mistress's brother.
From the east to western end, no jewel is like Rosalind. Her worth, being mounted on the wind, through all the world bears Rosalind. All the paintings, fairest lines, are but black to Rosalind. Let no face be kept in mind, but the fair of Rosalind.
I'll rhyme you so. 8 years together, dinners and suppers and sleeping hours expected.
Out, fool.
A foretaste. Sweetest nut, hast sourest rind, such a nut is Rosalind.
us peasants of every sprite. Heavenwood in little show.
Oh, most gentle Balder!
How now, back, friends. Shepherdess, go off a little. Go with her, Rob.
Come, Shepherdess. Let us make an honorable retreat, though not with begging dragon, but with scrip and scrimmage.
Didst thou hear these verses?
All of them, and more too. For some of them had in them more feet than the verses would bear.
That's all right. The feet might bear the verses.
Aye, but the feet were lame, and could not bear themselves without the verse, and therefore stood lamely in the verse.
But didst thou hear without wondering how your name should be hung carved upon these trees?
I was 7 of the 9 days out of the wonder before you came. For look you, I now became home tree. I was never so rhymed since Pythagoras' time.
Try you who have done this. Is it a man? And a chain that you once wore about your neck.
I prithee, who?
Is it possible?
Nay, I prithee now, with most petitionary vehemence, tell me who it is.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And most wonderful, wonderful. And yet again, wonderful. And after that, animal looping.
Nay, I prithee now, take the cork out of thy mouth, so I may drink thy tidings.
It is young Orlando, who tripped up the rustler's heels and your heart. But in an instant.
Nay, but the devil take mocking.
In faith, cuz, is he
Orlando.
Orlando?
Alas the day. What shall I do with my doublet and hose? What did he when thou sawest him? What said he? How looked he? Wherein went he? What makes he here? Did he ask for me? Where remains he? How parted he with thee? And when shalt thou see him again? Answer me in one word.
You must borrow me gargantuan's mouth first. 'Tis too great a word, but a mouth of this age's size. To answer A or nay is more to answer than in a catechism.
But doth he know that I am in this forest, and in man's apparel? Looks he as freshly as he did the day he wrestled.
He was furnished like a hunter.
Oh, ominous, he comes to kill my heart.
Here's my song without burden. Brings me out of tune.
Do you not know I am a woman? When I think, I must speak. Sweet say on.
Soft, you bring me out. Is he not here? What is he?
Slink by and note him.
I thank you for your company, but good faith. I had as left of it myself alone.
And so had I, but yet, for fashion's sake, I thank you too for your society.
God be with you. Let's meet as little as we can.
I do desire we may be better strangers.
I pray you, mock no more trees, but writing love songs in their barks.
I pray you mar no more my verses with reading them ill-favoredly.
Rosalind is your love's name.
Yes, just.
I do not like her name.
There was no thought of pleasing you when she was christened.
What stature is she of?
Just as high as my heart.
You have a different. Will you seek out me, and we too will rail against our mistress the world, and all our misery.
I will chide no breather in the world other than myself, against whom I know most faults.
The worst fault you have is to be in love.
'Tis a fault I would not change for your best virtue. I am weary of you.
On my trot, I was seeking for a fool when I found you.
Look but in the brook, and you shall see him.
There I shall see my own figure.
which I take to be either a fool or a cipher.
Tarry no longer with you. Farewell, good Signor Love.
Adieu, good Madame Melancholy.
I will speak to him like a saucy lackey. Take me with you. Do you hear, Forester?
Very well. What would you?
I pray you, what is the clock?
You should rather ask what time of day it is, for there is no clock in the forest.
Then there is no true lover in the forest, else sighing every minute and groaning every hour would detect the lazy foot of time as well as a clock.
Where dwell you, pretty youth?
With this shepherdess, my sister, here in the skirts of the forest like fringe on a petticoat.
Are you native of this place?
As the coat that you see dwell where she is kindled.
Your accent is something finer that can be purchased in so removed a dwelling.
Indeed. I have been told so of many.
What a friend. An old religious uncle of mine taught me to speak, who was, in his youth, an inland man.
One who knew courtship too well, for there he fell in love.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
I have heard him read many lectures against it, and I thank God I am not a woman to be charged with so many giddy offences as he hath generally taxed their whole sex withal.
I pray you tell me some of the principal evils he hath laid to the charge of women.
There were none principal. They were all like one another as halfpence are, every one fault seeming monstrous till his fellow fault came to match it.
I pray thee recount some of them.
Nay! I will not cast away my physic, but on those that are sick. There is a man, haunts the forest, that abuses our young trees with carving Rosaline on their bark. If I could meet that fancy monger, I would give him some good counsel, for he seems to have the quotidian of love upon him.
I am he that is so love-shaped, that unfortunate he.
And he that hangs the verses on the trees wherein Rosalind is so admired.
I swear to thee, youth, by the white hand of Rosaline, that I am.
Love is merely a madness, yet I profess curing it by counsel.
Have you ever cured any so?
Yes, one. And in this manner, he was to imagine me, his love, and I set him every day to woo me, during which time would I be so changeable, longing and liking, proud, inconstant, full of tears, full of smiles, that I drave my suitor from his mad humor of love to a living humor of madness, which was to forswear the full stream of the world and to live in a nook, merely monastic, and thus I cured him.
I would not be cured so, youth.
I would cure you, if you would but call me Rosalind, and come every day to my cot and woo me.
I swear to thee, youth, by the hand of my love, that I will.
Nay, you must call me Rosalind.
Rosaline.
Rosalind. Come, sister, shall we go?
Am I the man yet? Does my simple features content you?
Your features? Lord Ortus! What features?
When a man's verses cannot be understood, it strikes a man more dead in his understanding than a great reckoning in a little room. Truly, would the gods had made me poetical.
I do not know what poetical is. Is it honesty need a word? Is it a true thing?
No, truly, for the truest poetry is the most vain.
Do you wish then that the gods had named you poetical?
I do, truly. For thou swearest to me, thou art honest. Now, if thou wert a poet, I might have some hope. Thou didst feign. But be that as it may, I will marry thee.
Oh. The gods go straight.
Amen.
Never talk to me, I will weep.
Do. I'm pretty, yet I have the grace to remember that tears do not become a man.
But have I not cause to weep?
As good a cause as one would desire. Therefore weep.
Why did he swear he would come and comes not?
Nay, certainly there is no truth in him.
Do you think so?
Yes, I do not think he's a horse dealer nor pig purse. Yet in the verity of his love, I think him as concave as a covered goblet, or worth even that.
Not true in love.
Yes, when he's in, but when he's not in.
You had heard him swear downright he was.
Well, he's not in. He attends here in the forest from the Duchess, your mother.
I met with the Duchess yesterday and had much counsel with her. She asked me of what parentage I was. I told her I was as good as she. So she laughed and let me go. But what talk we of mothers when there is such a man as Orlando?
That brave man. He writes brave words, speaks brave verses, swears brave oaths, and breaks them bravely. Look at those here. Mistress and master. You have often heard of the youth who claimed love, who you saw sitting by me on the turf. Well, what of him? If you see a pageant truly played, which means a pale reflection of true love,
be not proud. You go.
Dead shepherd. Now I find myself might. Whoever loves did love not for sight.
Sweet Phoebe, pity me?
Is not that neighborly?
I would have you.
Sylvius, since thou canst talk of love so well, like a whole earth was irksome. I will endure no boy.
So holy and so perfect is my love. Loose now, and then a scattered smile, and that I'll live upon.
Knowest thou Shakespeare a while?
Not very well, but I met him off. He has bought the cottage and the bounds that the old Carmel once was master of.
Think not that much. No one asked. But a peevish boy. Yet he talks very well. They be so moving for this. Had they marked and parcel decided, would have gone near from the love of him. But for my part, I love him not, nor hate him not. And yet, I have more reason to love than to hate him. Because what did he do to tire me? I will write him a very tempting letter. And thou wilt bear me what thou sendest.
Baby was all my heart.
The writer is great. Matters in my head and in my heart. I will be bitter and passage. Go with me, Sylvius.
Let me get better acquainted with thee. They say you are a melancholy lady.
Why, 'tis good to be sad and say nothing.
Then 'tis good to be a post.
'Tis melancholy of mine own, compound of many simples, extracted from many objects. Indeed, the most sun-dried contemplation of my travels, which, by after rumination, wraps me in the most humorous sadness.
A traveler? By my troth, you have great reason to be sad. I fear you have sold your own lands to see other men's, but to have seen much and to have nothing is to have rich eyes and poor hands.
Yes, I have gained my experience.
And your experience makes you sad. I had rather have a fool to make me merry than experience to make me sad, and to travel for it too.
Great day in heaven.
Dear Rosaline,
Nay then, God be with you. And you talk and blank converse.
And you look Eunice and wear strange suits, disable all the benefits of your own country and be out of love with your nativity. How now, Orlando? Where have you been all this while?
my fair Rosalines, I come within but an hour of my promise.
Nay, and you be so tardy come nowhere in my sight. I had as lief be wooed of a snail.
Of a snail?
Aye, of a snail. For though he comes slowly, he carries his house on his head. A better jointer, I think, than you make a woman. What would you say to me now when I were your very, very Rosalind?
I would kiss ere I spoke.
Nay, you had better speak first. And when you were gravelled for lack of matter, you might take occasion to kiss. Very good orators, when they are out, they will spit. And for lovers lacking matter, the cleanliest chick is to kiss. Am I not your Rosalind?
I take some joy to say that you are, because I would be talking of her.
Well, in her person I say,
2 hours or one I will leave thee.
Alas, dear love, I cannot lack thee 2 hours.
I must attend Duchess at dinner. By 2 o'clock I will be with thee again.
If you break one jot of your promise, or come 1 minute behind your hour, I shall think you the most pathetical great promise. Therefore beware my censure and keep your promise.
With no less religion than if thou wert my very Rosalind. So adieu.
Time is the old justice that examines all such offenders.
that youth he calls his Rosalind. He sends his bloody napkin. Are you he?
I am. What are we to understand by this?
Some of my shame, if you will know of me. What man I am when last the young Orlando parted from you. You have to promise to return again within an hour. And pacing through the forest, lo, what befell! He threw his eye aside, and mark, what object to present itself? Under an oak, a wretched, ragged man, overgrown with hair, lay sleeping on his back, and nearby, a lioness lay crouching, head on ground, with cat-like watch, when that the sleeping man should stir. This scene, Orlando did approach the man, and found it was his brother, his elder brother.
I have heard him speak of that same brother. He did render him the most unnatural, littlest amongst men.
And well he might so do, for well I know he was unnatural.
But to Orlando, did he leave him there?
Twice did he turn his back and propose so. But kindness, nobler ever than revenge, and nature, stronger than its just occasion, made him give battle to the lioness, who quickly fell before him, in which, hurtling from miserable slumber, I awake.
Are you his brother?
Was it you he rescued?
Is it you who's been offering to try to kill him?
Was I, but 'tis not I. I do not shame to tell you what I was, since my conversion, so sweetly taste, being the thing I am.
But for the bloody napkin.
Indeed. He led me to the gentle Duchess, who gave me fresh array and entertainment, committing me unto my brother's love. There led me into his cave, and stripped himself. And here upon its arm the lioness had torn some flesh away, which all this while had bled. And now he fainted, and in fainting he cried upon Rosalind. Brief, I recovered him, bound up his wound, and after being some strong at heart, he sent me hither, stranger as I am, to tell this story, that you might excuse his broken promise, and to give you this bloody napkin to that shepherd that he doth in sport call his Rosalind.
There's more than that! Gabby!
Look, he recovers.
Or would I were at home?
We'll lead you thither. Sir, take him by the arm.
Be of good cheer. You a man, you lack a man's heart.
So I confess. Ah, sirrah! A body would think this was well counterfeited.
This was not counterfeit, I assure you. There was too much great passion in this act. It was a passion of earnest.
Counterfeit, I assure you.
Well then, take a good heart and counterfeit to be a man.
So I do. But in faith, I confess, I should have been a woman by right.
You look paler. Are you homewards? Good sir, go with us.
That will I, for I must answer back. Rosalind, you excuse my brother's broken promise.
I shall devise something. But if they commend my counterfeiting to him.
It's possible that on so little acquaintance, you should like her, that but seeing, you should love her, and loving, woo, and wooing, she should grant, and will you persevere to enjoy her? I recall you getting this a bit expression. The poverty of her, the small acquaintance, my sudden wooing, nor her sudden consenting. But say with me, I love Alina. Say with her, she loves me. Consent with both. It shall be to your good. For my father's house, and all the revenue that was old Sir Roland's, why I stayed upon you, and here live and die a shepherd. You have my consent. I will invite the Duchess and all her contented followers. Go you and prepare your manly honor. For look, here comes my Rosalind.
God save you, brother.
And you, fair sister.
Oh, my dear Orlando. Did your brother tell you how I counterfeited the swoon when he did show me your handkerchief?
Hey, and of greater wonders than that.
Oh, 'tis true. Caesar's prosodical brag of I came, saw, and overcame. For your brother and my sister no sooner met, but they looked. No sooner looked, but they loved. No sooner loved, but they sighed. No sooner sighed, but they asked one another the reason. No sooner knew the reason, but they sought the remedy, and in these degrees have they made a pair of stairs to marriage.
Their wedding shall be tomorrow, and I will bid the Duchess to the nuptial. But oh, how bitter a thing it is to look into happiness through another man's eyes.
I will weary you then no longer with idle talking. Believe you me, that I can do strange things. If you do love Rosalind, so near the heart as your gesture cries it out, when your brother marries Aliana, shall you marry her. It is not impossible to me to set her before your very eyes tomorrow, and without any danger.
Speak you this in sober meaning?
By my life I do. Therefore put you in your best array, for if you be married tomorrow, you shall. Here comes a lover of mine, and a lover of hers.
You've done me much in gentleness to show the letter I writ to you.
I care not if I have. You are here followed by a most faithful shepherd. Look upon him, love him, he worships you.
It is to be all made of sighs and tears. And so am I for Phoebe.
And so am I, Frankie.
And so am I for Rosalind.
And so am I for no woman.
It is to be all made of face and surface. And so am I for Phoebe.
And so am I for Ganymede.
And so am I for Rosalind.
And so am I for no woman.
It is to be all made of fantasy, all made of passion, all made of wishes, all adoration, duty, and observance, all humbleness, patience, and impatience, all purity, all trial, and all obeisance. And so am I for Phoebe!
Ganymede.
And so am I for Rosalind.
And so am I for no woman.
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
So I blame you, me to love you.
Who do you speak to? Why blame you me to love you?
To her that doth not hear nor hear.
Enough. No more of this. 'Tis like the howling of Irish wolves against the moon. I will help you if I can. I would love you if I could. Tomorrow meet me all together. I will satisfy you if ever I satisfied man, and you shall be married tomorrow. I will marry you if ever I marry woman, and you shall be married tomorrow. I will content you if what pleases you contents you, and you shall be married tomorrow. Therefore, as you love Phoebe, meet. As you love Rosalind, meet. And as I love no woman, I'll meet. Yes, I have left you all commands.
No, they don't.
You say if I bring in your husband, you will bestow her on Orlando here.
That would I, had I kingdoms to give with.
You say that you will have her if I bring her.
That's what if I were all kingdoms king.
You say you'll marry me if I be willing.
Why should I the other?
But if you do refuse to marry me, you'll give yourself
To this,
most faithful shepherd.
so tis the bargain.
You say that you'll have Phoebe if she will.
Though to have her in death were both one thing.
I have promised to make all this matter even, hence I go.
I do remember in this shepherd boy some lively touches of my daughter.
When I first met him, we thought he was a brother to your daughter. But this boy is forest born and has studied under the rudiment teachings of his wise uncle, whom he reports to be a great magician, concealed in the circle of the forest.
There is sure enough blood poured, and these couples are coming to the ark. Here comes a pair of very strange men, which in old tongues are called fools.
Salutation and greeting to you all.
Good Duchess, bid him welcome. This is the muchly-minded gentleman that's so often met in the forest. He's been a courtier, he swears.
And if any man or woman thou that, let him or her be put to my probation. I have tried a man. I have flattered a lady. I have been politic with my friend, smooth enemy. I have undone the retails. I've had 4 quarrels and like to have fought one.
And how was that taken up?
Upon a lie. 7 times moved.
Can you nominate, in order now, the degrees of lie?
Oh, madam, we quarrel and print by book, as you have books for good manners. I'll name you the degrees. First, the retort, fortress. The second, the modest. The third, the reply, church. The fourth, valiant. The fifth, the counterdict, quarrelsome. The sixth, the lie, with circumstance. The seventh, the lie to it. All these you may avoid, but the lie direct. And that you may avoid too, with death. I knew when 7 justices could not take up a quarrel, but when the 2 parties were met together, one of them thought but of. And if you said so, then I said so, and they shook hands and swore brothers or sisters. Your aunt is the only peacemaker. Much virtue.
This is not a rare fellow, my lady. He's as good at anything, and yet a fool.
He uses his folly like a stock, and under the presentation of that, he shoots his wit.
There is their mirth in heaven.
When earthly things made even, atone together. Good Duchess, receive thy daughter, for we have brought her. Yea, brought
sight, then you are my Rosaline.
If sight and shape be true, then my love is you.
I'll have no mother if you be not she. I'll have no husband if you be not he. Nor ne'er wed woman if you be not she.
Oh, my dear niece. Welcome now. Even daughter. Welcome in no less degree.
Let me have audience for a word or two. I am the second child of old Sir Roland, that bring these tidings to this fair assembly. Duchess Frederica, hearing how that every day ladies of great worth resort to this court, utters a mighty power which were on foot, and her own conduct, purposely to take her sister there and put her to the sword. And to the skirts of this wild wood she came, where, meeting with an old religious man, after some question with him, was converted, both from her enterprise and from the world. Her crown bequeathing to her banished sister, and all their lands restored to them that were with her exile. This to be true, I do engage my life.
Well, lady, thou offerest fairly to thy brother's wedding. First in this forest, let us do those ends that here were well begun and well begot. And after, every of this happy number, which have endured shrewd days and nights with us, shall share the good of our returned fortune. Play music, and you, brides and bridegrooms all,